Another year, another game, another rant about zombies. Same arguments, same comparisons. But like in relationships, when it's always their problem, maybe the real problem is you, us, the zombies community. We're stuck in the past, wishing those late night, high round sessions with the boys could be found inside whatever the devs have shipped this year. We want that feeling back, not no, some new feature, not whatever changes we're actually complaining about. We want the past back. And that feeling, those changes, those new things that were added to the games, those games, it can't be rebuilt. It happened from people getting fired. Fans were listened to at odd times about characters that weren't even created yet. The mystery was completely new also. The devs also had access, they were allowed access to the community in ways that just can't happen in the modern gaming landscape. No matter how much we look back at the old videos, we happen to have videos, not just nostalgia. We actually literally have examples of where we saw that access, and it was fantastic. I remember seeing, not in that zombies world, in other gaming spaces, that amount of access of just enthusiast press was so fantastic. But that has changed, just as the business itself has changed. Is it great? No, it's not great, but it is kind of what it is when it comes to this. It doesn't help looking at what comes out with those rose colored glasses, constantly looking back and wishing we still had what we used to have. We can't duplicate it. No matter how many updates are pushed out, they won't ever equate to kind of that wish list we have built out in our heads. And let's be honest, we are the kind of fandom that breaks down every single little bit that comes out from the devs. And then we complain about knowing way too much. Are they sharing too much? Do they have enough things locked down when it comes to their servers? We're constantly looking for new information, breaking it down, making more videos, making all these connections, and then wondering why the mystery isn't there anymore. The mystery was there before because it was just you talking to your friends. It was you trying to break it down. It wasn't a huge community all doing it together. I think this is a great thing. I love the fact that there's so many of us with our tinfoil hats trying to figure it out. But we can't complain that there's not much of a connection when right now they're kind of in a transition phase. If anything, it feels like they're moving back towards trying to create more story with everything. What they did with Black Ops 6 was get the stew right. That what they did was kind of make sure that base was correct so that we knew where the crafting was. We knew how the perks worked. It's a reason why, yes, it might be hugely samey from Black Ops 6 to Black Ops 7, but I love that fact. I love the fact that we are getting more of something that was really good. And what I hope happens is that they listen to the story aspects of us not seeing more facilities. And I will be honest, I love the farm. I love the colors of it. I want to see more variety. I love to see what happens outside of that ether because, to be honest with you, they said everything's in ether. I hope it doesn't all have that same coloring because then that will be kind of the new feeling of being samey. Like I said, it is fine to critique. Like that is not what this is about. What I feel this is more about is us critiquing through a comparison. It is us almost in a relationship, kind of like I started this off with, of us comparing our current partner to past partners, wishing that it was different rather than taking the current game for what it is. This is a brand new game, and we can do slight comparisons, and then we move on to experiencing the here and now and trying to find out the good of what this new relationship is. We have a ongoing relationship with partners in general, but it's unique where it just changes every year. This analogy is now getting off the rails, so let me try to get this a little back on. Call me naive, but I try to keep an open mind. If I'm having fun, I don't measure it against what I could have or didn't get. I just a thing in front of me right now, built by the people working inside the realities of this industry. People push to the brink to meet goals they don't always agree with. That's how you judge a relationship in the past for what it is, not for what it isn't. I'm not saying skip the critique. I'm saying a lot of it is colored by what you feel and then project onto. And you almost like explain it away that everyone wants this thing. Everyone is looking for no more armor. No, not everyone is. Zombies is played by a whole huge different group of people that all like their own different versions, whether it's the mystery, whether it's the camo grinding, whether it is getting those high rounds, whether it's just goofing off with your friends, whatever it is, you have to realize that it's not just your specific pigeonholed version of what zombies is that is the way to move forward. And always constantly complaining that it's not that is getting old. The fact that you can look through some of these folks' histories and see the same exact argument, the same exact feelings come up. Is it the game's fault? I don't think so always. I think they don't take it for what it is. I'm going back and playing Black Ops 4 and I'm feeling that this is a very I don't know, it's just underrated when it comes to atmosphere, when it comes to just feeling like a badass when you're holding some of the wonder weapons. They're unique. They're not reused. I don't know. Like it feels like in a lot of ways we were so spoiled when things were at the height that we were just lost in the sauce. I mean, didn't just kind of explore. They went on a limb and they changed up perks and then they got like people complained about that. So what did they do? We went back to what perks at the core were and they will stay this way because when they went away, when they kind of chose a different path, everyone shouted against it. And yeah, maybe it was a failed kind of experiment, but maybe that vitriol we had is what steered them away from ever trying again. And it just feels like we are constantly almost just too fickle to ever truly be satisfied. So rather than that, I said just keep an open mind. And like I said, just take the now for the now, what's in front of you. This relationship that we have for the beauty that we got. Just think about 2025, which is fantastic when it came to zombies. It brought me back. Well, to be honest with you, it redefined what my relationship with zombies was. I knew what it was. I played it on the sidelines. I played it from World at War. I didn't love it, to be honest with you. It was too hard. Like maybe that makes me weak as a player, but I'm still a video game player. Like I still deserve to be satisfied, and I feel that's what happens with a lot of the gatekeeping is you don't see past what your current needs are. So I understand that there's people that want the challenge. I feel there is a lot of challenge because I listen to people that are saying that things are too fast at this level. Then that is your challenge. That is the challenge you have to overcome. Shouldn't you be happy? Isn't that what you wanted? Me personally, I like the sandbox. I like choosing if I want to be overpowered. And when that happens, me personally, I go for armor first because I suck sometimes at dodging zombies. I'll be honest. I get a little too confident. I don't look behind me. So I know I will go down. What happens if I go down? Someone gets me up or I use my revive and I still have that 2 armor vest. I don't lose it on going down. If I get a perk, I go down, I lose that perk. That's a personal choice. I love the fact that I can choose it. Someone else can choose their own way. I don't feel their way is wrong. I don't feel my way is the right way. But that I feel is what zombies should be and what is moved towards is this sandbox where you find out, I think the new changes that they're even adding on where you can literally even further those challenges where you are limiting the amount of perks you have. You are taking away the armor. Like that to me is great. I don't feel there's enough people that are saying that they're finally satisfied. I would say, like, hey, let's wait and see, but I don't hear that even as much. To me, that is unfair, and that shows exactly how kind of, I don't know. I don't want to get into hyperbole because I feel that is definitely unfair, and that's not where I'm going. What I really want this to be is a call out to ask for you to look for more love. I would say stop hating the thing we all care about so much. Put the rubric down. This shouldn't fit what you think it should fit. Pick the controller up, pick the mouse up whenever you choose. I am a controller player. But judge the game for what it is, not the knight that we're trying to create from way back when. If there's any spark left in you, go find it and blow on it. That's how you get an ember to grow. That's how you get a relationship to re-blossom. You water it. You do those things to feed that passion that you once had. You don't sit there like I don't know. It's almost like you're grumpy and angry about this relationship isn't what do you know. That's not what I feel a relationship is. If you love it, you nurture it and you try to find ways forward for it. But that's me. I tend to be an optimist, but that's senior cheesecake, and that's kind of my look on this. But y'all take care. Thank you very much. Bye.